And we're live.
Oh.
That was a bit of luck. Just dropped out just as we went live there. Hello, welcome to Wave of Action's weekly chat with Matteo from Shoutoutuk UK. And Matteo's going to be kicking off this week with the elections. And there's Kiki in the corner looking very blue.
2014 coming up, and elections are looming in 2015, where we could have the end of Britain as we know it with a potential UKIP Conservative coalition.
Oh, and Boris.
Huh?
What if Boris became leader?
Well, but I think that'll be a definite Conservative majority, in which case most of us probably have to pack our bags at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting to the point where, I mean, the one thing I wanted to mention about the elections primarily is that we got another televised debate where UKIP, which is the fifth largest party after the Greens, has been invited, but the Greens haven't. And I mean, it's just the way the media has been covering it. I mean, they've given UKIP so much coverage, a ridiculous amount of coverage, just because they make it telly, because they're controversial, because they're racist, because they're ignorant, and because they just yell about complete and utter nonsense. Whereas you've got the Green Party, which are a potential alternative within the Westminster talk, but are getting no coverage whatsoever simply because they don't make it telly because they're talking about issues or real issues. And personally, I think I'm going to vote Green for the next election. Won't make much difference because my wards, my constituency, solid Labour constituency, wherever I vote makes absolutely no difference. First past the post is an utterly unfair, undemocratic, biased system.
But do you think that's the problem?
What, first past the post?
Well, no, with the Green Party, that they have actually some really popular policies, like renationalising the energy companies, and they have some real people winners on the policy front that they're a bit scared about giving them the time that they might actually convince. Because I think most of UKIP's lot would go for the renationalising the rail, renationalising the energy companies and things like that.
Well, the
working class.
I mean, that's the point. The sad thing about UKIP is that you've got a very, very wealthy group of individuals, Nigel Farage being one of them, that are capitalising on the working class wanting to change Westminster. The idea is that, as you said, I mean, if Greens got the same amount of coverage that UKIP got, I think we could get a Green coalition with another party at the next election. Simply because the majority of UKIP voters are just working class individuals, working class people, that want to see change. They don't want to vote for the three main parties anymore. They want an alternative because they are fed up with the constant lying. And who can blame them? Because the three parties lie to you all the time. So they want an alternative. But for the majority of people that don't have time to check politics, you're working most of the daylight hours, UKIP are, for you, the only alternative because you don't see any other alternative in the media. And we in Britain are very well known to do exactly what the media tells us. The media tells us whatever they tell us to jump, we jump. That's just the way the British public seem to be. Whatever the Daily Mail say, whatever the Sun says, whatever the BBC say, we do it for the majority of us. And because of that, you see UKIP as the only alternative. Which is really, really sad because the Greens have a great amount of policies.
People believe that, well, Greens have been around for a long time. Nobody votes them in. It's a wasted vote. That's what they'll be thinking because the media spent so much focusing on the UKIP that they've totally just not included the fact that Greens have risen. That they have risen.
I think the fear is that when the Green Party first come out, with all the anti-climate and things like that, a lot of things were promoted that it would be high taxes and petrol would be high prices and things like that, and that scares people. Yeah. Now they have actually worked out policies, and like when they say renationalising the services and that, one of their videos, they've actually gone quite in depth into this. It's not some harebrained ideas. They have ways of how they're going to raise the money in from what they have, like a budget of how they're going to do it. And I think that scares them, that if they got airtime and they actually got these ideas